This is the long overdue labor and delivery story of Rose. As you might have been following me through my pregnancy vlogs, I think I left it at 40 weeks. It was the last vlog I did. And so I had a doctor's appointment that week, and I think I only was still half a centimeter. So at this point I've been half a centimeter for, that was my second time being half a centimeter. And then baby still didn't come leading into week 41. And so at that doctor's appointment, I was still, I think, half a centimeter, maybe 1 centimeter dilated. And then he was kind of getting concerned because he really didn't want to go past 40 weeks. He basically said, you know, given that I'm a previous C-section, he doesn't like those patients to go past. He just doesn't feel comfortable with it. But I wasn't going to go for that C-section. I wanted to avoid it at all costs. And the baby was fine. But he did basically say that, I mean, that's what he would recommend, is doing another either induction or C-section. So that's what he was recommending, and I was like, you know, getting nervous because that's not what I wanted. So, was it October 29th? I had the doctor appointment, that's when that was. And after we had talked, he wanted to do a non-stress test, just because, so that he didn't find anything wrong with the baby. He just, you know, just ordered it, I guess. So I did that, and after he had left, just the talk of that he really was wanting me to do another C-section if I didn't have her on my own soon was like devastating to me. And I just trying to hold back the tears. And ever since he told me that, I was just like praying and praying and praying to God that, you know, she comes on her own and that I wouldn't have a repeat C-section. So when I was in the chair for the monitoring, that's all I kept thinking was praying that that I wouldn't have to have another C-section, that I wanted a natural birth, and you know, that I deserved it, and you know, just kept praying and trying to hold back tears. Meanwhile, every once in a while I would look at the monitor, and they have you on contraction monitor and the baby's heart monitor. So the baby was fine, and then I was surprised that I was seeing, you know, waves up and down, and I was feeling contractions. So I was, you know, they were getting pretty regular. And the nurse had come by towards the end, and she took it to the doctor to see what he thought. And I guess she came back, and there was a little dip in the heart. Nothing abnormal, but for the doctors and the medical community, you know, they want, and it's a high-risk hospital. It's like a college, basically a training college or training hospital for a college, something like that. So they're, you know, they have to take precautions and stuff. I understand that, but ooh, you want to talk too? Yeah, you want to tell your story? So let's see. So yeah, he saw the little dip and wanted me to go for further testing at the hospital. Oh yeah, yeah. And so after that, I had walked out of there. I was still feeling upset, and after I was told to go to the hospital, which is basically across the street, I just, as I was heading back to my car, it's at, the doctor's office is on the 6th floor of this building, so you have to go all the way down the elevator and out into the parking lot and whatnot. So every step as further as I got to my car, the more the tears were coming out, I guess. The stronger my being upset was getting. I don't know. I'm saying that weird. Anyway, by the time I got to the car, I was like almost bawling, like deep crying, because I was just so nervous that I might have to get another C-section. You know, I was so upset about that. But then at the same time, since I was having regular contractions, or consistent contractions, I was kind of getting excited at the same time. Like, I just might have this baby on my own, you know? Like, half crying about that and half crying about I might have a C-section. Being worried about that. So, both of those things going on, and so I called my mom and talked to her and telling her about the situation. And, you know, she was saying, oh, do you want me to come over? I was like, no, it's just, you know, for a couple hours they want to test, and so it's fine, no, don't worry about it. So I went over there, they got me all set up. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember? Yeah. So they get me all set up. Got both monitors around the baby's heart and my contraction, and then the lady tried to get the TV working, but for some reason the TV wouldn't work. So this is, I think my appointment was at 10:45 in the morning, and then this is about 12:30ish by the time I get all set up in the hospital for the monitoring. So anyway, she was turning on the TV, but she couldn't. So I just finally, you know, turned it on to some soothing classical kind of music. I just sat there and laid there and still kind of continued to pray that, you know, I get my natural birth, and just praying I don't get the C-section and everything goes well and everything. And I was still getting kind of rhythmic contraction, nothing painful at all. And then at some point they checked me, and I think I got to either 1.5 or 2 centimeters. And then, so, you know, I'm progressing, that's awesome. And I kind of, you know, start to be in a better mental state that, you know, things are going better, or, you know, progressing. Yeah, they are. And then at some point my mom, you know, she was texting me, is everything okay? How's everything? I want an update. And she's like, oh, can I come over and just sit with you and stuff? So she eventually stopped by, and then so I had done some walking around and this and that to maybe get things going, and so I eventually got to 3 centimeters. I got to 3 centimeters, and so all the nurses and doctors were like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try and see if we can admit you. So they're trying to get a hold of my doctor, and so they're trying to get a hold of my doctor for like probably an hour, maybe hour and a half. And then, so let's see, I think I was there for maybe 3 hours. And before they finally said, yeah, the doctor gives the okay to admit me. So they admit me. And so they send me to a room. But before this, there had been a girl that came in after me who was, you know, kind of moaning in pain, and I had overheard the nurses say that she's 6 centimeters, or it was 5 when she first came in, and they checked her again, and then she was 6, and then they're like, "Do you want an epidural? Do you want an epidural?" Because she was like moaning in pain, like crying, and she's like, "No, no, no, no." And then I think they finally give her a room after they had gotten me one. And then, so I was in my room maybe for half an hour to an hour, hooked up to, I don't think I got Pitocin. I don't remember if I got Pitocin. But they did hook me up to, you know, I think they did hook me up to Pitocin. But they also hooked me up to something because I had Strep B. So I think they hooked me up to that too, and the IV and all that. And then I heard that that girl who was in another room, she got her room within like, I think by the time she got in her room, I think maybe not even 30 minutes, she had her baby. She had the baby. So, I was like, wow, you know, that was quick. I hope that's quick for me, you know, kind of thing.